Thoughts on AI and the role it will play in the future of eDiscovery?
Anybody that's interacted with ChatGPT or analog large language model programs can see the power in the computer generated content that's output. As you think about synthesizing evidence and telling stories, these tools will be incredibly helpful in taking large piles of relevant data, finding content clusters, and creating some output. Of course, we talked last time about the need to validate the inputs and the outputs. That's something that's going to accelerate very quickly. In addition, on the review side, as the AI-based tools mature, you're going to start seeing earlier returns on the active learning process. These tools will begin to extract and to cluster content even quicker with less input, and that's going to help accelerate the process. I will say, this is a new frontier, and the next few years will be very dynamic in terms of use cases and how well they work, and then refine best practices. And I'm excited to see it. And we're absolutely committed to playing a key role in this with our clients and never letting the status quo guide us. We want to stay current with technology, and this is a big part of that.
I think it's definitely going to be a significant factor in the future. I think it's too early right now. I think the main concerns, at least in our industry, is privacy, security, compliance. I'm certainly not putting client data through ChatGPT, though I use ChatGPT every day. I use Bard as well, playing around with different AI engines here. It's too early, I think, for eDiscovery, but I still use it in my day-to-day. I help the client generate different search terms in an internal investigation, a fraud internal investigation. So I was able to come up with search terms. I know you can do it with a thesaurus or a dictionary or what have you, but it was able to do it within seconds. I use it in my planning in terms of generating an outline of something or for something I'm going to be training on, very quickly being able to build something to start from. I think if you start utilizing it to do your job that's going to fail, it should really be an enhancement.
I was listening to a podcast on the way up here, actually. We were talking about use cases, programs like we're speaking of here. And one of them was to take the horsepower these contain and have it help educate you on how to better tell a story. So think about an IP case where you have to explain to jurors something complicated in the technical space. You can tell ChatGPT, explain this, fill in the blank, highly complex topic to me like I'm a 3-year-old. And it will, and it helps. And it gives things to compare it to and orients the story in that context. I'm not saying jurors like 3-year-olds. I'm saying you can craft the message your documents contain for your audience. That's going to be a big part of the adoption, I believe, as well.
That's cool. I think they probably involve juice and a nap at some point in that explanation.